So it is it March or April? It's March, right?
Well, March.
It's March.
29th.
Confused. It's March the 29th. I'm already skipped ahead a whole month. Yeah. 2024. And we're working in the Lurion Chakra, which is our, let me just get set up here. I can't do two things at once for some reason. It is our clavicle. So it's right below the throat, connected to the universal law of instantaneous transmission and transformation, the 9th dimension. And the 9th dimension is truth. So that's why we put truth to this chakra. It makes a lot of sense when we get busy learning all of this. So Albert Einstein says the 9th dimension growth pattern engenders completion and the quality is truth. Okay, so in truth is part of the unspoken communication, which is our telepathy coming online. So when you know who's calling, say the telephone rings and you have an inkling of who's calling, that's the start of it, or can be a start of the telepathy. And then just when you're speaking with someone and, you know, getting a sense of what they're going to say next, that sort of is it coming online as well. So you can notice these little clues to our higher dimensionality. They can be very subtle, but it's good to notice them. And then, yeah, so we are mastering our divine alignment with all this information, the healing, being in gratitude, understanding compassion, apologies, forgiveness. So divine qualities and dimensions and universal laws leads to us understanding who we truly are. So we did this on Wednesday, where we invoked. Did anyone notice anything when they invoked? Did you notice any new information coming in? Or I got the sense of what it feels like for an aha of the universal law of instantaneous transmission. Because all of a sudden it was a feeling that was almost like an explosion inside of me of awareness. So that was interesting. I've never really had that before, quite to that level. So does everyone want to do the invocation again?
Yes.
No, sure.
Okay, so you can say this out loud with me if you like, or in your mind, however you like. So I invoke the Lurion Chakra, the divine blessing and virtue of truth, the universal law of instantaneous transmission and transformation, the 9th dimension, the Divine Mother's clarity, and Archangel Michael's blue flame of truth for completion of the cycle, for perfect alignment with who I am, with who we are. Okay, beautiful. So when you're making an invocation like that, you can word it however you want. You can use any of the blessings and virtues, the laws, the dimensions. This sort of just covered what we're working with here. Okay, and then this travels out into our field. So just know our field is all around us. We're cleaning the field, basically, really anchoring in all this information. So what it does is it cleans up the field. And the main one that we really want to clean up is the mental. Causal, of course, just to neutralize it, because that's connected to a lot of our past lives, and we hold energy around whether we feel good about the different lifetimes. So we want to get to compassion for ourselves with all of the lifetimes and into the mental. So just really deeply loving yourself and it flowing into the emotional so that you're feeling the love for yourself, and then it settles into the physical form, and that is perfect health, basically. It's that simple. Yes, Karen.
Don't we have to clean the emotional body as well?
Well, that's what I just said. Mental, and then it goes into the emotional. Mental.
Do you have to go from mental to emotional? Can't you just do emotional?
Well, it's all connected though.
Okay.
It's all connected. Even all the past lives are connected into all this.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why it's good just to blanket it, get to compassion, like really neutralize it. We're neutralizing the field. And then that creates perfect health, basically, and longevity, the body regenerating. Yeah. And this, see, I wrote I am acceptance of myself and everyone. Like once we're in really deep acceptance of everything, that word is magic. It neutralizes everything. So it's a good one. And it will morph. That mantra will morph into even deeper understandings of the laws and the blessings and virtues. It's everything. Yes, Lillian.
What's the seal of Solomon?
Oh, okay. So you've got the universal self at the very edges, and that's our biggest self. And then the seal of Solomon is like a protective layer around all of this energy, all the fields. And the way that Archangel Gabriel talked about it, she said most of us have tattered seals of Solomon because we don't feel that great about ourselves. And that's why I think why we have the universal self protecting us on the biggest level. But if see how it's pink, that's actually the color of grace. And grace is the understanding of all the blessings and virtues. So if we're really loving ourselves, that seal of Solomon will not be tattered. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a protective layer, but we really want to make sure that it's not tattered. I don't know the word to describe it other than not tattered, but like a beautiful circle around us, like a protective layer. And we don't want it to be tattered. So that's feeling badly about ourselves. Makes it tattered. Lack of self-love and lack of self-worth tatters the seal of Solomon. So it's does that make sense? I can look it up more too, because there was a very, I remember Archangel Gabriel talking about it. I'll do that. I'll see what more I can find about it. Okay. But I just find it useful, even when I'm doing the readings and I show people this, and because I'm moving into more sound healing in the reading room, and I show them this and I say, these are all our fields and we want to clean them up. And I can help you just by doing a reading and then doing sound healing. And we'll be cleaning the field. Because I'm getting a lot of people that are in pain, like physical pain, young people, old people, and they just can't get to cleaning the field. But once you have awareness and then you move in with sound, the sound and the awareness, it's like a double whammy. And it helps eliminate us feeling badly about ourselves and eliminates all pain. Yeah. So we'll see. I'm going to be experimenting. I will keep you posted. Okay, so now this is part of what we talked about. Oh, okay, so this slide is how the law of transmutation and dissipation, we move into instantaneous transmission. So this is Sanat Kumara saying, we have talked about renovating a house and reconstruction, and he's talking about transmutation and dissipation. And then he says, we will talk about instantaneous transmission. This has more the effect of the poof rather than the building and reconstruction. And then Archangel Michael, this is where it gets interesting, Steve. Archangel Michael described truth as is the divine knowing, what you may think of as supreme intelligence. So this is golden energy. This is father energy, wisdom, substance, inspiration, ideas, and love is the expression and how that is experienced. Now, when SK said renovating a house, that's connected to the substance, connected to the framework. like the bone structure of the physical form, the building, the alignment, and even creation goes in there too. So here, so this is the difference between transmutation, because I know, Darren, you asked about this, the difference between transmutation and dissipation and instantaneous transmission. So you can see instantaneous is truth will set you free, basically. And you can ask to experience this poof energy, which is the truth, which I felt the other day. It was amazing. And then transmutation is more understanding. It's like renovating and reconstruction. So that kind of makes it a lot more clear. Yeah, Darren.
Okay, this instantaneous transmission, how does that relate to building a house?
It doesn't, it's not, it's the poof. Instantaneous. It's the truth
well-
shall set you free.
Does it manifest physically?
It did for me. I felt it.
Okay, but not in a form of a house or something.
Renovating a house, this is transmutation and dissipation, the last law that we were studying. Remember transmutation?
Yeah.
And he talked about renovating and reconstruction at the end.
Mm-hmm.
The house is the substance, renovating the framework, really understanding what we're dealing with. Yeah.
So would this proof be more of the
truth shall set you free.
would it be more like the vision or
No,
the manifestation of the vision?
maybe, but it's more like, oh, that's the truth of the matter. You know how when you get to the truth,
Okay.
it sets you free.
So it's an understanding of
Yes. Instantaneous. Okay, so that's taking us back to understanding the difference between transmutation and instantaneous transmission. Okay, and then here we have the understanding of truth. Truth is clarity, he says. Truth simply is light and love, the wholeness of knowing. It is factual information that can stand and does stand alone, whether people know it or not. Truth is. For example, the divine is a supreme knowing. So here he says over here, it's a supreme intelligence. Whether anyone in this room or on this planet knows this matters not. That truth cannot be altered. Wisdom is the virtue of having the good sense to know and understand that truth. Truth is the color of silver with tinges of pink and lilac. So we've got Archangel Michael's blue flame of truth, and we're going to go into how to use that in this slideshow. And that's a really, really amazing thing to do. I've been doing that the last couple of days. But yeah, so truth is supreme intelligence, wisdom, substance, inspiration, ideas. So think framework, like the laws are the framework, like SK said, anchor it into the bone structure. So anything where you see it's golden, it's connected to creation and framework, alignment, even ideas come in here, and wisdom and intelligence. Okay, so then I made this slide so that you can tell, and gratitude and joy. So there's the framework, the laws all around us. It's actually in every breath we breathe too. And love is the substance, love is the fuel, love is the movement. So love is everything, but truth has certain attributes. Love does the way that Michael describes it. And it's just love basically is everything, but then truth and love are very interconnected too. So we'll get into that too. Archangel Michael says truth is a word that is much bandied about, but it is not. It is bedrock. It is not alterable. And Steve had an experience of that, of truth being that like that. When people say, yep.
You mean peace was like granite? Is that what you mean?
Oh, you said it was peace that you got to grant it with peace.
Yes,
Okay.
that's right.
Okay.
Absolute stability.
Okay, good. Well, he's saying truth is like that too.
Ah.
Yep.
Interesting.
When people say, well, let me explain my truth, what are they talking about? Because my dear friends, unless you have taken the steps, and many of you have and are, to be in alignment with the one, with love, then your truth is simply your idea, your feelings, your ego, your expression. It does not have multiple interpretations. Has that evolved that way on your planet? Yes, but there's only a singular truth. Is it very broad? Is it much broader than the experience of simply one planet or one race? Yes. So this is a very big subject for us to speak about, and we are anxious to do so. Yeah, Darren.
So is there a different truth for each person?
Well, he's saying that it's a singular truth, and he's saying,
But would that be for that person only?
No.
well, he said it's connected to divine knowing, supreme intelligence, wisdom, substance, inspiration, ideas. So,
Yeah, but each person could have a different idea, right?
No, they
Thank you.
cannot.
Well,
okay, well,
see, we got different ideas already.
he's trying to get us to align with, how things work in the higher realms, basically. Like, that's what all this information is about. Do we want to align with what hasn't worked here, or do we want to align with what does work?
So you're saying in the higher realms, there is only one truth then?
Well, that's what he's saying. There is only a singular truth, whatever that means. And he
That's
said,
what I'm asking.
well, this is okay, but see what he says here. Many of you have and are taking the steps to be in alignment with one, with love. And love and truth are very connected. You can't have truth without love and love without truth, which is what he says I think in the next slide. But so they're trying to get us to remember love and our alignment with the one and with love. So, yeah, Steve.
Can I just mention something? The purpose of life is an operation in truth, right? The purpose of life is to recognize who we are.
Yeah.
And when we recognize the truth of who we are, God, I am God, right? So God meets God.
Yes.
There's a moment in which God meets itself.
Mm-hmm.
So the final operation in all of it is an operation in truth. Oh, I am God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am of one. Yeah, of source. Yeah, absolutely.
And love draws us closer and closer and closer and closer to the truth.
Yeah, he says we go through love to understand truth, basically. Mm-hmm. And understanding this alignment with the laws, with gratitude, with being the framework in alignment, it's all part of it. All these words help us remember who we truly are. Mm-hmm. And maybe that's the singular truth, who we truly are.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and we are all individual, right?
To a certain extent.
Unique.
Well,
But once we realize the ultimate truth, the individuality disappears.
well,
Right?
when does it disappear? At what stage does that disappear?
Well, and what I'm saying, by the way, is classical enlightenment theory. The company of heaven would say something slightly different. But when we realize who we are ultimately, our experience of separation and of individuality disappears, but we don't disappear.
That's what I'm saying,
According to the company of heaven, we go home to Mother, Father, God, but then we come out again,
Mm-hmm.
which is not said in any classical enlightenment theory. We disappear somehow.
Yeah, so
but-
we stay individual then, basically.
We're still on, so.
Well, planets evolve into a collective, though. Like,
Monad, yeah.
Yeah,
After
into
the 10th dimension, yes.
yeah, into a collective. And we're trying to align this planet with everyone remembering who they are, which is love. And then there's no strife, there's no war, there's no
Absolutely.
There's no illness. We are not separate. We are one with each other. We're
Absolutely.
living in community.
Yeah, that's true. We're all one with each other, but we're still individual.
Well, we are now.
We are now.
Well, I believe
that's
we
what-
always are. If we come back out again as an individual, we must stay individual.
True, yeah.
But
From
with
that
this-
angle,
But with
Sorry.
these higher understandings, though,
Oh, yeah, of course.
yeah, and that makes us, our understandings of the oneness help us all work together.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
So then we're not working against each other.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so you're unique, but we're all working together.
Okay, there we go. I like that.
Mhm. Okay, there you go. Okay, well, that's love. Love is the expression and how that is experienced. So we're all working together.
Yeah.
Mhm. With love, understanding love. So we're loving each other. We're loving self and we're loving everybody.
Well.
Mhm.
by
There you
then,
go. Yes.
then we're going to be immersed in a sea of love
Mhm,
by the time we ascend.
mhm. Yes.
Environment of love.
So now, Steve, this is your question that you called into the show with.
Really?
Yes. And your question is, what is the spiritual relationship between truth and love? The explanation is that often I've heard that truth is the ultimate reality, but just as often I've heard that love is the ultimate reality. Between these two, truth and love, is one the end all and be all, and the other not? Is one a means to the other? What is the spiritual relationship between truth and love? You remember this question?
No, I don't.
Well, it
I
was 10
also
years
don't
ago.
remember what I had for breakfast this morning.
It was 10 years ago. It was back in
Really?
2013. So anyways, so Archangel Michael says, think of them, my beloved brother, think of them as a double helix. So here's me trying to make a double helix for us. It was a bit tricky. So intricately intertwined that they cannot be separated and that it is not a hierarchy. I have said that truth is love and love is truth. What you are saying is, what is the ending point? The ending point and the beginning point is truth. And how do you know truth? It is through love. The beginning and the ending point is love. And how do you know love? It is through the divine knowing of truth.
Truth, right?
So there you go. Yeah. And so you see, it just goes on forever. This is my double helix of truth, being that like silver with pink and mauve, but I didn't do it's just, you get the idea, and there's the love. Mhm.
And
Yeah.
it's interesting that that is the same double helix that is our DNA.
Yes, that's what and I don't know if you guys noticed, but in this, where's that picture that I did? This one, look at this tree. And so it's like, if I was wondering if our DNA is like a framework. You know how the bone structure is a framework? What about the DNA? It's
Well,
probably like a framework as well.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
Because everything in your body is based on the structure of the DNA.
Okay, so see, it goes right into the tiniest like molecule and atom within the physical form, the structure of love and truth. Love and truth. It's so amazing. It's so miraculous that we're even, doing, like, understanding all of this.
Yeah, that's the real miracle.
This information has not been available like this, I don't think, on this planet. Well, maybe back in the Atlantean days, but not for a long time. So this is why I do the blue, because love is the expression and how that is experienced. Love is the movement. And I did the people with blue and green and yellow. So just reminding us that we're love and peace and joy. We're all the divine qualities. We are the movement, we are the substance, and we are the fuel. Like, we are it all. And it's connected to nature as well. Yeah. Okay. So I was doing this one green, the substance green, but I think it's blue, it's yellow because it's like a framework. There's the fuel, the power, like the sun, but it's also the framework and it's also the movement of the mother. Yep. Oh, okay. So let's keep going here. So truth is the divine knowing, what you may think of as supreme intelligence, wisdom, substance, inspiration, ideas, and love is the expression and how that is experienced. If you wish to make a deeper separation, you could think of truth as divine masculine and love as divine feminine. But as you know, they are united as one. So there's the framework and there's the movement. The expression and the movement, and the masculine is like the framework, but it's ideas as well. It's ideas, it's inspiration, it's substance, which is the framework, supreme intelligence, wisdom. But everyone carries the divine truth within them and the divine love, the masculine and the feminine. Okay. So, and then Steve, you have another question. What is the relationship of certainty to all that? Because the truth contributes to certainty to me. Does love play a role in that? Does love bring on certainty as well as, say, through realization? And then this is where he says, yes, it does, because where there is love, love is the fuel, love is the substance, love is the movement. So very often when you're working and being in the love, you feel the certainty of being able to operate, shall we say, within the universe that you are occupying, whether it is this universe or another, it matters not. When you are in the certainty of truth, it is more akin to the still point. So both are necessary. So there's still point. More akin to truth. Which I knew, because still point is often found in that golden temple behind the heart. Yeah, Darren.
Yeah, so the still point is also a point of silence or quiet or, well, stillness.
It's that 17 seconds in the creation formula that they talk to us about.
Right.
Yeah. But often you go into that still point in that golden temple. So just know that the golden temple is very much you're going in there for truth, for supreme intelligence, for wisdom. But the temple is like a structure. So it's like the framework as well. And then there's inspiration and ideas found in there. That's why they're always getting us to fly through the pinprick of light in the heart chakra into the golden temple. Yeah, Darren.
In that temple, you could also get the divine feminine love as well, right?
Everything in there. The movement, absolutely. Yep. And then this gets very important because Archangel Raphael is saying there's no difference between healing and creation. So the temple is the gold of creation, but there's no difference. Love is creation and creation is love. Healing is love. And truth, actually. Healing is love and truth. Yes, Darren.
So would healing be something like recreating what was there originally?
It's remembering who you are.
Yeah. But it's not a new creation, it's reconstruction of what there was before, right?
Yeah, but it's always there though. You don't have to construct it. You just have to let go what's not of love.
Yeah.
That's what transmutation was all about, remember? Letting go the barnacles.
Yeah, well, transmutation, as I understand it anyway, is like a caterpillar changing into a butterfly.
Well, yeah, but it's that stuff is like the old stuff. He talked about barnacles, remember?
Yeah,
And that's us.
I still got some.
We put that on top of who we truly are. So when the barnacles dissolve, what's left? Who you truly are.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay. It's healing, creation, truth, love. So truth is the divine knowing, what you may think of as supreme intelligence, wisdom, substance, inspiration, ideas, connected to the, if you want to relate it to the sun in nature, amazing. And love is the expression and how that is experienced, our clarity. If you wish to make a deeper separation, you could think of truth as divine masculine and love as divine feminine. But as you know, they are united as one. And this, like, that's why I put all the colors in these little physical forms here, because we are everything. We are love. We're all this. We are all of it. Mhm.
Yeah, it wouldn't work too well if we weren't.
No, no. And that's how miraculous it all is. And even, and I mean, I did the water here and then the, you know, like the ground and the earth, like everything, it's all interconnected. Like nature is all interconnected, and so are all these ideas as well. Mhm. Okay. So yeah, okay, here's me trying to make sense of it all. So here's the framework. See the substance. This is the laws, the framework, the skeletal system. And I should have put more, I should have put DNA in here too. Right? And joy is a big piece of this. Okay. Then we've got, there's no difference between healing and creation. So love and joy, very connected. And then I remembered what Archangel Gabriel said about joy. She said, you are the substance of love and the matter of joy. Look at that, love and joy. That's healing and creation. And there's the substance. That's the truth. Where's the truth? The substance. So you are the truth of love. And the matter, I believe, is like a substance. Because when I looked them up, substance and matter were very similar in definition. Yep. So you are the truth of love and the truth of joy. You are the embodiment of that essence of laughter and the tinkling of gladness, the song of freedom. And that's the mother. That's the mother energy, the movement. All of these are interwoven as one, interwoven uniquely into your tapestry and into your being. So there's your uniqueness, Darren.
Well,
But they're all interwoven.
right.
And when we remember that we are all this, there's no war on the planet. There's no war within. There's no war without. So there you go, Steve. Holy moly macaroni. That definition of love and
Hey,
truth. Thank you, Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Raphael. Amazing. All this embedded in these teachings.
Yes.
Yeah, incredible.
And
Okay.
Saint Germain.
And Saint Germain, yes, we got to put a plug in for Saint Germain. He helps a lot. Yes. If it wasn't for Saint Germain, oh my goodness, I don't know. He did a really, really fun post that's titled, "What is Love Really?" You remember that one, Steve?
No, I don't. I think I'll go reread it.
Yeah, it's a very good one.
Huh.
And he talks about the violet flame and the balance of the mother and the father in that, I think. Yeah. Okay. So, oh, you won't believe this too. Okay. So I work with the color wheel a lot. So right in the middle, when I work with truth, truth is actually right in the middle of that color wheel. It is the white light, but it's very silver on the color wheel for some reason. And that's truth. And it's probably connected to this pinprick of light in the heart chakra, right in the middle. So just know that there's truth actually in the tri-flame in the heart as well. And look at all these colors that we've been working with. The mother energy surrounds us within and without. Look at the blue. Look at the blue. And then look at the gold. I mean, it's amazing. Yep, Darren.
So what is the difference between white light and silver?
White light is purity. It's actually called luminescence, but it's like a rainbow. Like white is all the colors. And there's the color called luminescence that's like rainbows on snow. So it's all the colors. in the white light. Black is also all the colors. Silver is a distinct color. It's different than white. But the interesting thing was that when I work with silver, it shows up right in the middle of the color wheel. So I don't really know what that means, but it is a different color. It's not black, it's not white, it's silver. It is a color. Yeah. Okay, so you can see this, looking on the color wheel, the blues are the mother, like lightest turquoise blue is her to darkest blue. Look at love and joy. It's about the same. It's over here. And that there's no difference between love and joy, really. It's the substance. What did Gabriel say? The substance of love, the matter of joy. Yeah. Okay. But look on the color wheel, it's like that portion. And then we've got the reds and the pinks and the purples. And the red is our humility. It's also connected to Gaia. That's her ray. The pink is the self. And the I am is right here. So interesting how it's all so interconnected, but yet so distinct too. Okay. So now we're going on, and Graham says we've talked on occasion on the shows and on the blog, and this is a follow-up to the discussion about love. And when we're in a state of love, when we are in a state of bliss, we are able to connect to knowledge, to truth. Can you speak a little bit about the importance of being in that high vibrational state? Because in that place, that's where we connect to our true selves, our divine spark. When we are in that place, we connect to all that is, was, and ever will be. Is that right? And Archangel Michael says that is absolutely correct. So the sense of being, well, as you know, I am preferential to peace. Archangel Michael is here for peace on the planet. But when you are in the love, then you are in the alignment to have the clarity of truth. So this is what I was trying to explain at the beginning, how important it is to understand our alignment, be in love, clarity, and truth. Because remember the definition of truth? Truth is clarity. When you are not in the love, then you have no way to truly access the truth other than as an intellectual exercise. And truth is not simply about intellectually understanding. So it's really important to feel love. And that goes back to me mentioning the field, all the fields, and to help our mental field to be very loving, and then it flows into the emotional field, so we feel that love, and into the physical form to really feel it. Okay. And then Graham says, if I were to ask you the key components, if you will, for discovering one's own truth, one's own knowing, that's the first step right there. And Archangel Michael, yes, it is exactly the first step. It is the alignment in love. Yes, Ken.
GD stands for what?
Oh, it's a fellow that was a host for Heavenly Blessings when it first started.
Okay, so it's got nothing to do with God. Well, not nothing to
Oh,
do with
he
God.
would love that. Yeah, it's a host, one of the hosts. And then Susie eventually took it over. Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting. Okay. So the first step, it is the alignment in love, because when you are also knowing and acknowledging and acting accordingly, both in action and as the observer, this is how important it is to stand back and be like a tree with everything. So the drama is out there. Okay, drama, you stand back and you just observe. So we don't get caught in it. So we stand back and we're just neutral with the truth of your divinity. Then you are already accessing universal truth. It cannot be otherwise. So you cannot say it is not possible. And there are very few things within the multiverse that are not possible. But you cannot be in the truth of knowing your own being and not be in that alignment. That is why I say there are many misuses of this understanding of the word truth, much the same as there's much misunderstanding and misuse of the word love. So we really know that you're in alignment when you can just stand back and observe everything and not get caught in the drama and just be okay, acceptance of whatever is happening. Easier said than done. But yeah, any drama that's happening in your life, if you're very still around it, then you know that you've done the letting go of your own, basically the causal body in the field. It's at neutral. You're okay with everything. You are acceptance of everything. And you just can stand back and watch and know that everything is in divine order. It takes practice, but that's why we're here. That's what we're mastering. That's why this magenta color of mastery, that's mastery when we can do that. And we're basically watching with our fourth, or third, or fifth eye, and you're seeing it as the higher perspectives see what's happening here. And we're at neutral. We're compassion for everything and everyone, and we're not caught in other people's drama. We're just very compassionate, but we're not caught in it. And as I said, easier said than done. It's a practice. And there we go. There's that. Understandings of the framework of truth and joy too. This is joy. This is connected to the sun, connected to the Divine Father, supreme intelligence, wisdom, substance. This is what was really interesting. It's the substance, the framework, like the bone structure, the framework. SK has always said to us, the laws are like the framework, and the divine qualities are like the innards of the building. Yeah. Love is everything. Oh, look at this. This should be that substance. Well, substance, love is everything, and love can be the substance as well. So think green leaves. Like, so just know truth is substance too. And joy is the substance of love. So they're using that word substance, which I never understood before until I looked at it here, saying truth is the substance. And Archangel Gabriel saying, you are the substance of love, the matter of joy. These are the most important ones, being in gratitude, the clarity with the mother, and yeah, those two, joy and clarity. Yeah, Ken or Lillian. Ken.
So it's meant to be, God, I lost the word, tangible.
Yeah, so we understand it. Because before it's just like, oh, what is it? Yes, tangible. It's making it easier to understand what it actually is. Because if any of us were asked to define truth, we probably wouldn't be able to really. It's such a, or even love. Steve, you've struggled with defining love. You're on mute.
Never could do it. Only could say what love's impact was on me. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. And here he's saying it's the fuel, the substance, the movement, which is, we would never have used those words to describe it. It's just like the names of my guides. I would never in a million years have known those names because they're so ancient. But they're using wording that we can understand and to help us raise our awareness, basically. Put us up into the higher understandings of what this is. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. You can pull it out of these teachings. It took a long time. I have to say, I worked at this I really worked at it to figure out what it meant. And I thought, I didn't understand the substance one, but when I finally got that it's the framework, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. That makes so much sense. And that we are the framework of love and the framework of joy. So, and I think it was Archangel Gabriel said to me, the most important is peace, love, and joy. And then when you break down peace, if you can forgive everything, you're there, because that's what happens in the higher realms. And love, if you can stand back like a tree and be compassionate and have no judgment about it, things, you're there. And if you can be joy in gratitude for everything, you're there. So to me, that was the breakdown. And then lately, this understanding of acceptance just neutralizes it all. Can you stand back and just accept what's happened and not judge it? Wow, you're there. But and then it's a matter, you can get it intellectually. It's a matter of actually embodying it when the situations arise. Yeah. So that you're actually just standing back and going, okay, this is what's happening. Yeah. Okay, well, the timer went off, so I think what we'll do, I think we'll just stop here. Yes, Ken.
So, it's both stillness and movement.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. And when we study hope, we're going to learn all about that. And the mother's hope is very blue, like clarity. Yeah, truth is akin to still point. See, I should have still point on here as well. Yes. And then love is the movement. So it's truth. I should have still point in here. Very good. I will add that. I'll put it over here. Yeah. Truth is akin to still point. Good. Thank you for that. I will add it. So then we have kind of a good overview of everything right here. What truth and joy and love are. Yeah. And just know truth and love are like a double helix. So you can't have one without the other. Yeah. And I think what we'll do is I'll just keep bringing the slide up every time, so we really anchor it in. Because I'm not kidding. It took me a long time to be able to put all of this together. And I just sat there and looked at it. And at one point, I think that's where I got the poof of instantaneous, because it was like, I got it and it just poofed. It was like this amazing fireworks within. It just went. I was like, oh, this is instantaneous transmission. Yeah. And then when I was really getting truth, it went like a effervescence energy, it was like a bubbly, sparkly energy. It just went whoosh, all the way down through. So I think there's a few ways that they can help us feel it. And we want to get into that feeling of it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So shall we send this energy out to everyone out there?
Including Sadie.
Yeah, exactly. Anybody else that we should be sending to? What about Susie?
Yeah, Susie.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Miranda.
And Miranda, that's Susie's daughter. Yeah. Okay. Susie, Miranda, Sadie. Anybody else?
Mickey,
What?
Mickey,
Mickey. Yes, Mickey. Mickey. Perfect. Okay. So,
Darren.
Darren. Yeah. Good. What about you, Ken? Do you want some?
Okay. Oh, yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. Steve, how about you?
Oh, I'll have all I can get.
Okay. Lillian, how about you?
Yes, of course. And you too,
Oh, yeah,
Kathy.
I will,
Yeah.
yes, please. Okay, all right, we got the idea. And we're all, and we're laughing too, which is good. This is where we want to be. Okay, oh, I keep losing the timer. I think we've gone into no time. Okay, okay, I'm all set. So see you guys in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. That's the 10 minutes. Okay. And I wanted to show you one more thing, and I'm going to send it out by email. But I was hoping to get to this one slide. Let's see if I can find it here. There. Archangel Michael's blue flame. And I just want to show you this, but I will send it out and we'll go over it on next Wednesday. This is what you do with the blue flame. And it really works. And I know that Michael was hoping that I would get to this today, which I didn't.
Yes, you did. You just did it now.
Okay. Okay. So what it does is it burns away all doubt, denial, and limitation. And what you do is you call on Michael with his blue flame, and then you allow the blue flame to like expand and just consume you, become like a sponge, allowing your infinite potential to fill you. And it's very expansive. And then we ask this question today, Michael, what is expression of my infinite potential? And then it's just really just listening to Michael. And then listening and doing. And it's usually very, very simple what he asks us to do. So what I'll do is I'll send this out to you. And you can look at it and you can read it. And then we'll discuss it and if you feel guided to sit in that blue, it's really amazing. Yes, Ken.
Okay, well, I was told two things. One is that there are no barriers between us and God, only the ones we imagine.
Yep.
And we experiencing God, one of the ways we experience God is through each other.
Yes, that's so true. That is so true. Yeah. And that's why Jesus says, love your neighbor as yourself. But then there's also being able to stand back to, like, we're not here to be abused. We're not here to, put up with abuse. So, that's where the being like a tree can come in very handy. Stand back and observe. Yeah. Okay. So I will come out of this now. But I will send it out so you can have a good look at it. And then, oh, it's bedtime. Yeah. Anybody have a good experience just sending for 10 minutes? Steve, you're giggling over there.
Oh, my mind was busy with, Susie's fire and
Yeah.
stuff. So
All that. So yeah.
I
Okay.
just relaxed and
Okay, good. Yeah, I know. I had a lot of work happening up in here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But I'm sure a lot of energy got sent to everyone, so that's good. All right. Well, that's only 7 minutes after 8. We didn't go too far over. Or midnight or whatever time it is in Ohio. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. Unless anyone has anything they want to add. No. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, we'll see everybody on Monday then.
you
Thank-
bet. Have a good
Thank-
weekend.
Have a
Happy
great
Easter.
weekend.
Okay.
Well, happy Easter.
Yes.
Bye.
Happy Easter. Okay. Good.
Okay, so we'll see you. Have a great weekend. Huh?
Thank you. Yep. You too. I got.
Okay, enjoy Amelia.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.